Today we'll be doing a property tour of my own home, and we're going to be assessing the floors in my home. But first, we need to establish a framework of how to evaluate the floors. We're going to discuss 3 flooring disasters to look out for on this tour. Number 1, pets and pet odors, pet stains. If there's a really musty smell, it's less likely that my buyers will want that home. And even if they do want the home, they'll want a discount from the mere fact that the home doesn't smell nice. Number 2, water damage. Water damage is something that you may or may not see in the pictures as well. Water damage will cause many buyers to be fearful. They don't want to have to replace that floor. Water damage signals additional problems. To them, it's a sign that you didn't take care of your property. Number 3, outdated and worn out flooring. The ugliest looking floor that I've ever seen was this nasty stained light blue carpet that was on top of some beautiful hardwood floors. If you have flooring that is really nasty looking, you can take a picture of the nasty flooring and then have the number of showings that you receive significantly reduced. Or not take a picture of that room and only show the rooms in your home that have good flooring. Guess what that does? That sets the expectations a lot higher that your property's nicer than it really is, because you only showed the good parts of your property and not the parts that weren't so good. And your third option is that you deal with the problem before you list your property. Not only will it show poorly online, but it will also show poorly when the buyers walk through. Because if your flooring looks tired and outdated compared to the competition in photos, then you will get fewer showings. If you are finding this video valuable, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you can receive more practical real estate tips. To help you assess your own property's flooring, I have created this flooring assessment worksheet. It's from the Ultimate Home Sellers Checklist, and we'll be using it throughout this tour to easily and effectively categorize my flooring into 3 buckets. Bucket number 1 is leave as is and keep clean. What this means is you want to just keep cleaning this floor. It's good as is. You don't need to repair anything. You don't need to replace anything. The floor is good. You want to make sure that before showings, the floor is clean. Deep scrubbing, grout lines, getting dust and pet hair out of the corner of a room, picking up things that are left on the floor or in the walkway if you're still living in the property. You want to make sure that that property looks and feels like you haven't lived there. Then that allows the buyer to open up their imagination and see, okay, yeah, I can see myself living here. Bucket number 2 is repairs and cleaning are needed. This bucket is for, say you have a portion of your hardwood floor that is worn down a little bit. Say you have some flooring that has separated or some flooring that's buckled. Maybe you have some tile that is cracked. Maybe you have one stain on your carpet. Bucket number 3. Now this is where you want to consider replacing your floors. The main focus on bucket number 3 is you want to improve your property's marketability versus the competition. If you focus on replacing what absolutely needs to be replaced and just repair and clean what doesn't need to be replaced, you're going to save yourselves a lot of money and you're going to have a higher ROI and an easier time selling your property. And you can download the flooring assessment completely free to follow along with me on this tour. Click the link in the description below. It comes with actually the full comprehensive checklist, which includes a buyer avatar, and the buyer avatar will help you with your flooring assessment as well, because if you know who your target buyer is, I actually have an example buyer avatar in there. I have a printable worksheet where you can fill out a buyer avatar. I recommend doing this before you even do the flooring assessment. If you guys have further questions on that, please leave them in the comments below. That is a critical point to get your home sold for the most amount of money. We don't want our property to sit on the market. Okay, now that we've reviewed the 3 disasters, the pet odors, the worn out, not so trendy flooring, and the water damage, we're gonna now start the tour of my property. You guys can be as cruel as you want in the comments about it. This is meant to help educate you and to provide you with a tool that will help you as you prepare to list your property. I know there are certain areas, certain floors in my home that are really nice, and there are certain floors in my home that are not so nice. What's good about this is that I'll be able to show you, here's how you identify what kind of floor this is, first of all, because if you didn't install the floor and you purchased the property from someone else, you may not even know what type of floor you have. That's pretty critical to be able to identify what that is. This flooring assessment worksheet has the different locations. We're gonna go over 8 specific locations in my home. And keep in mind, when we go through this, it's important to think about the flow of traffic, which areas the buyers are gonna see first when they come through your property for showings. If they walk into the entryway and it looks amazing, you've already accomplished a good first impression. The main areas of a property that are high traffic areas, the heart of the home, the kitchen, the family room, or the living room, depending on what you have, the walkways, the hallways, the main bedroom. Those are all very important areas of the home to focus on. Let's go. We are in the kitchen now. I'm actually excited to show you this because we have put a lot of work into this floor. If you see in the corner of the screen, there is what this floor used to look like. So this was carpet, similar to this color, but not nice, like this rug. Had flooring that was not so pretty that we're going to see in the laundry room. This is ceramic tile. If I had known better before I made the purchase and installed this, I would have used porcelain tile because porcelain tile is stronger. I've been taking good care of this. The grout lines are 1/16 of an inch, so very small grout lines. And the goal was to make this look like wood while still having the benefits of tile. The benefits being waterproof. I've actually sealed the tile with this shiny sealant, this professional sealer. Then I've also sealed the grout lines, and I used a more expensive grout. And what this does is it will preserve my tile. Like these grout lines won't look dirty in 10 years because I've sealed it so well. This is year 2 for this floor, and I installed this myself. This tile here on this island and all around, it was here when I purchased the home. These cabinets were honey oak. So what I've done is I've done a stark contrast. So I have this dark mocha cabinets, and then I have this lighter floor. The kitchen is a high traffic area. You want to make sure that it looks good. Using our flooring assessment worksheet, I would give this floor a 1. It would be bucket number 1. We just need to make sure to keep it clean. However, this is porcelain tile. This needs some repair work done before I would list my property. For example, if you look here, one of my swivel chairs has constantly been smacking this tile. It has a crack on it. I don't have this tile because I didn't install this. This was installed years ago. I've actually done some research. You can use an epoxy filler or nail polish or something similar to fill these hairline cracks. I'm gonna make this island look as good as brand new. And same thing here. The bullnose right here has cracks along the edges here. Stops right here. This one's good. We do have a crack going through this tile here near where we place our dishes. There's also a little bit of wear right here as you come into the kitchen. I would fill this with an epoxy filler. There's also paste that you can buy at your local big box store that will fill that up, and you can color match it. I would color match this, and I would color match this, and then after you fill it with an epoxy filler, you can even seal it to protect it for even longer. So rather than replacing the tile, spend a little bit of money and not have to demo anything. For me, this would be bucket number 2, and I didn't see anything down here underneath the island. And what used to be here, going back to our flooring disasters, my carpet smelled terrible in this room. There were puppies and dogs that I had that I were caring for that would just pee on my carpet, and I had all these stains, and I had a cat at one point, and the floor just smelled terrible. It had soaked down into the pad. Even if I had a professional carpet cleaner come in, getting the odor out, it was very difficult. Instead of having this central room in the home broken up, I now just have one floor that flows throughout this area. and then this beautiful rug. It's quite new. I would just double check before showings that I don't have any serious issues with it. Next area, we have the laundry room. So this was what used to be in the kitchen. Before, after. This floor is going to come up. This is a bucket number 3 for sure. Underneath the stairs, I have all my tile. I have all my materials ready to go to complete this project. So I've already spent the money. Now I just need to spend the time to complete the job. When you look at your own flooring, you want to check to make sure that there are no leaks. Check your drain, make sure your drain's not clogged, because laundry rooms are prone to water damage. And when buyers walk through, they want to see a dry laundry room or mud room. Now for the third location, we're going to the front entrance to my home. The first floor that we have here that leads into the home is this tile here. It's a porcelain tile. And just like the other tile in the kitchen, there is a very subtle crack. A hairline crack that leads up to about that point right there. Down here. So this is fixable. I'll just need to color match this. It's kind of a very light pink. Besides that, this floor is in pretty good condition, especially for how much foot traffic it gets. There are a couple little signs of wear. This can also be dealt with. And then there's another little gouge right there. But for this, I would place this in bucket number 2. And this rug is in great condition and it matches my color scheme. So I would leave this in for showings, or if I'm staging it with furniture other than my own very traditional looking furniture and putting some more modern furniture in here, I may or may not change this out. Overall, this rug is quite the statement piece when you enter the home. Floor number 2, if you don't know what kind of floor you have, and it looks like wood, you can just take this. If you look here, you see how there's tongue and groove. So this is tongue and groove planks. You see that there is a layer of wood. This is wood veneer, and then this would be some type of plywood that's underneath it. This is engineered hardwood. And you can tell it's engineered hardwood and that it's not laminate because all of the patterns on the wood are different. This floor does need some care. There's some scratch marks there. There's another scratch mark over here. All I would need to do to repair this would be to take a little wood putty, fill those scratches, and then color it over with like a furniture marker. I would put this in bucket number 2. I would definitely want to keep this floor engineered hardwood. Percentage-wise, it probably provides a better return than would regular hardwood because hardwood's so expensive. One of the things to note from an interior design perspective, do you see how my rug extends past my sofa here? I specifically purchased a rug that would be large enough to fill the space. You don't want to have a rug that's so small that if it ended right here, that would look really bad for this room. So we have bucket 2, and then we have this marble tile over here by the fireplace. I would actually put this in bucket number 1. It does not need to be replaced. I don't see any signs of damage to it. Overall, it makes my home look quite luxurious. Let's head up the stairs. You can tell that we've been walking on this. If you research which types of flooring should I put in, carpet provides a very low return on investment. People don't want old carpet. Before I sell this home, I would update the stairs to have some engineered hardwood, like what's right here. This carpet would be in bucket number 3. It needs to be replaced before I sell it. I could deep clean it, I could vacuum it, but in the end, it's still worn out. If I was to put new carpet in, I would do a low pile because that's definitely trending in 2025. We're at the top of the landing. That leads into my bedroom. You can tell we've been walking a lot on it. At one point, I had a dog that stained this carpet here. I would definitely put this in bucket number 3 to be replaced. This leads into my son's bedroom and bathroom. It also shows significant signs of foot traffic. We're in my son's bedroom. So you notice here, here's a big stain. You can tell the carpet's quite a bit newer than the other carpet. For bedrooms, especially on the second level like my son's room is, carpet is great for both comfort as well as for reducing the noise that travels downstairs. I would put this in bucket number 2. I don't think it needs to be replaced. I think it needs a deep cleaning. I would bring in a professional carpet cleaner. Part 2 of his area is there's this porcelain tile in his bathroom. As you notice, it's kind of a crazy flower pattern. This wouldn't appeal to every buyer. Luckily, it's in a small area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this into a double sink, and I'm going to stain these cabinets the same color as the kitchen cabinets. If I was to change anything about the flooring in this bathroom, it would be the flower pattern. However, it's not a major area of the home and it is in very good condition. So I would actually not replace this. And if I did replace anything, I would just replace this border that runs along the outside edge of the bathroom. That's going in bucket number 1. Overall, it's a very durable floor and I don't see any issues with the floor. Welcome to my game room. You look in here, that's actually a big gouge in the floor. Buyers would see that. First of all, I need to know what kind of floor I have in here. Well, let's go check out the vent. Just pop up the vent. It's kind of hard to see, there's not much light. There is a layer of wood. This is actually engineered hardwood. There's the plywood underneath. So this floor, it retains its value quite well. I would not replace it. But what I would do is I would tighten up any boards. Looks like there's a little bit of a gap right here. I would tighten up these planks. So very minimal damage to this floor. It's mainly just this spot right here. So I would put this in bucket number 2, which is the repair bucket. Welcome to my bedroom. This has never been my favorite carpet in the world. It's been here since I moved in and I hate it. And what I plan to replace it with is a low pile carpet. This is a low pile, not the worst quality carpet in the world. Even if I did keep it, which I'm not going to because I think it's hideous, it does have some areas that need to be stretched. This being the main bedroom in the home, this is going in bucket number 3 for sure. One tip to help you save money is when you go to a flooring store, look for carpet remnants. When you're selling your property, you're not keeping the flooring that you put in for your own enjoyment. So you want to make sure whatever you install will appeal to the masses, or at least appeal to your buyer avatar, the type of buyer profile that you're looking for. And then here is my bathroom. I have this nice walk-in shower. However, I removed the shower floor. It was in terrible condition and water was pooling. This particular floor I would also put in bucket 3. I'm also saying bucket number 3 because I already have the flooring right here. This would be in bucket 1 because the floor is in great condition. Last stop on our tour is the office. And if you look here, carpet's not in the greatest of shape. Giant stain there, stains there, stains there, all sorts of stains. So where would you guys put this on our flooring assessment worksheet? Carpet looks pretty worn and there are stains all over. Is it worth cleaning this carpet? Probably not. I plan to replace this office flooring. It's stained, it's a huge turnoff. I very likely could just repurpose some flooring from another area in the house to just buy a little bit extra and then be able to finish this floor off as well. Hopefully you guys found great value in this home tour and are able to more confidently assess your floors from the perspective of a buyer. We've covered pet odors, water damage, outdated and worn out flooring. We saw examples of this throughout my property. So don't let these flooring issues sabotage your sale. And I want to make sure that you get the most money for your property when you go to sell. Taking these steps proactively before you list your property is a very smart investment, and it will result in a more profitable and faster sale. And if you haven't done so yet, click the link in the description below for your Ultimate Home Sellers Checklist. This includes a printable flooring assessment worksheet. And if you're serious about selling and you need expert guidance, I have a nationwide network of trusted referral partners that I can refer you to right in your local area. I've intentionally built these relationships up. It's not like I'm just going to ship you off to someone I don't know. These are people I actually know who can help you with your home sale that I trust. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this home tour. I hope you feel empowered after watching this video. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care, you guys.